Cell. It is the structural and functional unit of life. Cell is termed as the structural unit of life as it provides structure to our body. Cell is considered as the functional unit of life as all the functions of the body take place at cell level. Discovery of cell. Discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. Robert Brown in 1831 discovered the nucleus in the cell. Cell theory. Cell theory states that all living organisms are composed of cells. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. All new cells come from pre-existing cells. There are two kinds of organisms on the basis of cells. Unicellular organisms, the organisms that are made up of single cell and may constitute a whole organism, are named as unicellular organisms. For example, amoeba, paramecium, bacteria, etc. Multicellular organisms, the organisms which are composed of a collection of cells that assume function in a coordinated manner, with different cells specialized to perform particular tasks in the body, are named as multicellular organisms. For example, plants, human beings, animals, etc. Shape and size of cells. Cells vary in shape and size. They may be oval, spherical, rectangular, spindle-shaped, or totally irregular like the nerve cell. The size of cell also varies in different organisms. Most of the cells are microscopic in size like red blood cells, RBC, while some cells are fairly large like nerve cells. Types of cells. The cells can be categorized in two types. 1. Prokaryotic cell. 2. Eukaryotic cell. 1. Prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cells are cells in which true nucleus is absent. They are primitive and incomplete cells. Prokaryotes are always unicellular organisms. For example, archaebacteria, bacteria, blue-green algae are all prokaryotes. Though eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cells are the cells in which true nucleus is present. They are advanced and complete cells. Eukaryotes include all living organisms, both unicellular and multicellular organisms, except bacteria and blue-green algae. Structure of cell. Cell is generally composed of three basic components. Cell wall and cell membrane. Nucleus. Cytoplasm. Cell membrane or plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cell from its external environment. It is a living part of the cell and is present in cells of plants, animals and microorganisms. It is very thin, delicate, elastic and selectively permeable membrane. It is composed of lipid and protein. Function. As it is selectively permeable membrane, it allows the flow of limited substances in and out of the cell. Cell wall. Cell wall is non-living, thick and freely permeable covering made up of cellulose. It is present in eukaryotic plant cells and in prokaryotic cells. Functions. It determines the shape and rigidity to the plant cell. It protects the plasma membrane. It prevents desiccation or dryness in cell. It helps in the transport of various substances in and out of the cell. Nucleus. Nucleus is dense and spherical organelle. Nucleus is bounded by two membranes, both forming nuclear envelope. Nuclear envelope contains many pores known as nuclear pores. The fluid which present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. Nucleus contains chromosomes and chromosomes contain genes which are the centers of genetic information. Functions. Nucleus controls all the metabolic activities of the cell. It regulates the cell cycle. Nucleus is the storehouse of genes. It is concerned with the transmission of hereditary traits from the parent to offspring. If cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like, viscous, colorless semi-fluid substance that occurs between the plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane. The aqueous ground substance of cytoplasm is called cytosol that contains a variety of cell organelles and other insoluble waste products and storage products, like starch, glycogen, lipid, etc. Functions. Protoplasm acts as a store of vital chemicals like amino acids, proteins, sugars, vitamins, etc. It is the site of certain metabolic reactions, like glycolysis, synthesis of fatty acids, nucleotides, etc. Cell organelles. Inside the cell there are different parts performing different activities to keep the cell alive and functionable. These parts are called cell organelles. They are explained below. 1. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus consists of a set of membrane-bound, fluid-filled vesicles, vacuoles and flattened cisternae closed sacs. Cisternae are usually arranged parallel to each other. Functions. Its main function is to store, modify, package and dispatch the substances. It is also involved in the synthesis of cell wall, plasma membrane and lysosomes. Though endoplasmic reticulum. It is a membranous network of tube-like structures extending from nuclear membrane to plasma membrane. It is absent in prokaryotic cells and matured RBCS of mammals. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum (RER). Here ribosomes are present on the surface for the synthesis of proteins. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum (SER). Here ribosomes are absent and is meant for secreting lipids. Functions. It gives internal support to cell. It helps in transport of various substances from nuclear membrane to plasma membrane or vice versa. RER helps in synthesis and transportation of proteins. SER helps in synthesis and transportation of lipids. 3. Ribosomes. These are extremely small, dense and spherical bodies which occur freely in the matrix cytosol or remain attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. These are made up of ribonucleic acid, RNA and proteins. Function. They play a major role in the synthesis of proteins. Jar. Mitochondria. They are small rod-shaped organelles. It is a double membrane structure with outer membrane being smooth and porous whereas inner membrane being thrown into a number of folds called cristae. They contain their own DNA and ribosomes. They are absent in bacteria and red blood cells of mammals. Functions. They are the sites of cellular respiration, hence provide energy for the vital activities of living cells. They store energy releases during reactions, in the form of ATP, energy currency of the cell. Therefore, they are also called powerhouse of the cell. 5. Centrosome and centrioles. Centrosome is found only in eukaryotic animal cells. It is not bounded by any membrane but consists of centrioles. Centrioles are hollow cylindrical structures arranged at right angle to each other and made up of microtubules. Function. Centrioles help in cell division and also help in the formation of cilia and flagella. Chair. Plastids. Plastids are present in most of the plant cells and absent in animal cells. They are usually spherical or discoidal in shaped in double membrane bound organelles. They also have their own DNA and ribosomes. Tarankan plastids are of three types. A. Chloroplasts. These are the green colored plastids containing chlorophyll. Chloroplasts aid in the manufacture food by the process of photosynthesis. B. Chromoplasts. These are the colorful plastids except green color. C. Leucoplasts. These are the colorless plastids. Function. Chloroplasts trap solar energy and utilize it to manufacture food for the plant. Chromoplasts impart various colors to flowers to attract insects for pollination. Leucoplasts help in the storage of food in the form of starch, proteins and fats. Sat. Lysosomes. Lysosomes are small, spherical, sac-like structures which contain several digestive enzymes enclosed in a membrane. They are found in eukaryotic cells, mostly in animals. Functions. Lysosomes help in digestion of foreign substances in worn-out cell organelles. They provide protection against bacteria and virus. They help to keep the cell clean. During the disturbance in cellular metabolism, for example when the cell gets damaged, lysosomes may burst and the enzymes digest their own cell. Therefore, lysosomes are also known as suicide bags of a cell. Art. Vacuoles. Vacuoles are liquid solid filled in membrane-bound organelles. In plant cells, vacuoles are large and permanent. In animal cells, vacuoles are small in size and temporary. In mature plant cell, it occupies 90% space of cell volume. Due to its size, other organelles, including nucleus, shift towards plasma membrane. Function. They help to maintain the osmotic pressure in a cell. They provide turgidity and rigidity to the plant cell. No. Peroxiomes. They are small and spherical organelles containing powerful oxidative enzymes. They are bounded by a single membrane. They are found in kidney and liver cells. Function. They are specialized to carry out some oxidative reactions, such as detoxification or removal of toxic substances from cell. Plant cell. 1. Have a cellulose cell wall outside the cell membrane. 2. Have a cell membrane. 3. Have cytoplasm. 4. Have a nucleus. 5. Often have chloroplasts containing chlorophyll. 6. Have prominent one or more vacuoles. 7. Often regular in shape. Animal cell. 1. Have no cell wall. 2. Have no chloroplasts. 3. Have only small vacuoles. 4. Often irregular in shape. 5. Do not contain plastids. 6. Have complex and prominent Golgi apparatus. 7. Cytoplasm fills almost the entire cell.